me pull up these questions real quick. I'm gonna be young.
Hold up. You're now listening to Fresh Out, the world's most dangerous music podcast on the OMG Network and rawcynic.com.
What up? What up?
F to the R to the S to the H to the O to the U to the T. That fresh out. We in the building.
What's going down? What's going down? We back
man,
for
what's
another
good,
one.
man?
What is going down?
Hey, what's going down is we got a birthday boy up in the house this week.
We do, though. We
Birthday
do. We
boy.
sure do.
I'm not gonna point any bills or anything, but
hey,
you know,
every
shout out
every
to the
day's
hostess,
blessing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out to Slim.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Every day's a
No
blessing,
thug.
man.
Yeah,
No,
shout
no
out
happy
to
doubt,
Slim.
birthday,
No-
brother. Much
Hey,
love
this
to
is
you,
my
brother.
birthday gift, man. Being with you, gentlemen, man. J
That's
Cam was
what's
good
up.
with you, man. Being remote, man, and that KY was good.
Yeah, remote was good, man. Off in the parents' basement. You know, I'm
Man,
tempted.
let's go, man. You know
My
what I'm
pops
saying?
got a nice little bar. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Let's go. Let's go.
That's
Okay.
right. Reach to the side. You know what I'm over here doing, man. I'm grabbing.
Go ahead and grab
some of
one
that
from the
good
back.
bourbon.
Man.
Right. Go ahead and get you a soda.
Hey, go in the back of that van, get your soda. You know what I'm saying? Hit the key. Bebo P was good, man.
Hey man, we celebrating for we celebrating for Biggie, you know what I'm saying? 50th anniversary. Go ahead and cop that gear. You know, cop
All
that,
day,
cop
you know what I'm
that. And you know, if
Cop
y'all
it.
feeling a little right or something, you know, put your little something up in there. You
That's
know,
what I'm
whatever.
gonna do.
If you
Now,
feel
real talk, J Camp, man. What's Pop's, you know, favorite situations down there, man?
Man, he's like bougie now. So
Okay.
man, he's sipping on them like he'll drink like a marg with like some crazy tequila. You know, he's like a real expensive,
okay.
almost like their Lobos. He's on the Lobos.
yeah.
Shout out
The margarita
Devon, man,
swag.
on
Peace.
the birthday love,
Okay.
man. Salute,
Yeah.
man. You know how we do,
Shout
man.
out, shout
Peace
out
to
Devon.
Devon.
Shout
Hey,
out,
it's always
brother.
special when Devon's in the building, man.
Hey,
for
it
sure.
is, man.
For
Sure
sure.
is.
Again,
Yeah.
man, Fresh Out Show, man, all social media platform, man. The first time here, this is a hip hop community, not just a show, it's a podcast, so you can actually listen to this on your favorite platform, man. Spotify, Apple Music, man, Google Podcasts, you name it.
Shout out
Holler
to
at us,
Champion.
man. Shout out to Champion too, man. Go to rawthinit.com, save you 20%.
Copy,
Again,
copy.
we have the best commentary in the building, man.
New
Not
Rap
that
City, J Camp's parents' basement.
Minaj.
Minaj.
Not that shit, not. And then hold up, man.
man.
Hold up, man. You know
What's
who's
up?
coming
What's
through
up?
the building, man. That El
Uh-oh.
Weezy, man, just
Uh-oh.
came through. What's good, El Weezy?
Hey, what's happening?
What's going down?
What's cracking, man?
cracking?
Good.
Cracking.
Podfather,
man.
baby. In the
Podfather's
building.
in the building, of course, man. Let's go.
Yeah, man. What's happening?
Again, man, shout out to all the new subs, man. You know, we on that road to get monetized. So
There we go.
you know, hit that like button, hit the bell joint, you know what I'm saying?
Do all of
Bebo
that.
P again, that J Kemp, man, and that El Weezy, man, the LB, the
What up?
Podfather, man. We're gonna go in today. First of all, everybody, how is everybody doing today, man?
Doing good, man. Feeling
Solid.
good, feeling great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Same deal. Feeling blessed.
Hey man,
just in
we
general.
got a really dope show today, man. I'm excited.
All
That's why I'm
right.
glad everybody's
Here we
here,
go.
man. Like there's some
Let's go.
topics that y'all gotta go in on, man. Like so
Okay.
Shit.
Okay.
yeah. Let's pull that up actually, man. We gotta talk about first of all, we gotta talk about LB's lyrical influence, man.
Okay.
That Gunna, man, you know what I'm saying? And I know J Kemp loves the production that this dude raps on, but
Yeah.
he may not be rapping, man, till January next year because the judge denied that bail, man. What do y'all think about Gunna? Like, first of all, he didn't really do nothing, and now he's like, he got to stay in the pen for at least until next year because of homie in him.
Yeah, man. They hit him with the guilty by association charge.
Yep.
Man, that's
So
the
my nephew, man,
nastiest
watch out for who he's hanging with.
Yeah, that's all it is, man. I think we said it last show it might have been you, Bebo, that they're going to try to make an example
Yeah.
out of these cats in Atlanta.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
You know, I want to say I heard the words from one of the prosecutors saying embarrassed. You know, when they start throwing out words like that, that's what
This is
it's pretty
embarrassing.
much, right. It's pretty much a result. Like they're trying to uncover everything.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And once they start unearthing things, and once they start to kind of peel back the onion even more, it's over. And they getting this dude again because he's affiliated. You know what I'm saying? Because you wore the chain. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When you put that chain on,
Man.
Yeah.
you
Bruh.
official. You official tissue at that point.
Yeah.
You know, that's like that when keeping it real goes wrong.
And
You
let's
know
be
what I'm
clear,
saying?
this
That's all
is
it is.
May 2022.
Yep.
He's not gonna get a trial until
Hey,
January of
for a year,
23.
bro.
Man.
This is again, they making him an example
Oh yeah, for sure.
for other cats who's out there doing the same thing right now that they look.
January this year, he had the #1 album.
Number one, bro.
Yeah, man.
He was just courtside Lakers game.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
He
Facts.
sure was.
When Bron didn't give him that pound when he walked past him.
Wow.
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 Yeah.
Weezy,
Walked
what you
right
thinking,
past
man?
him.
Man, it just this is the this is the justice system, man. You know, they say you got the right to a speedy trial, but then they'll do everything to sort of
Right,
slow
to
that
slow
blood
it
down.
down.
Yeah. So I mean, this is the justice system. This is exactly what it looks like, and it's exactly why you just got to stay out of it, man. And because it never works out in anyone's favor once they get caught up in any of this stuff. Even when you
Right.
end up innocent, you
Right.
end up innocent, you got to fight for some money or your time back and all kind of things like this.
Them
Or
lawyer
you couldn't
fees, bruh.
Yeah, then you got all these lawyer fees. You couldn't afford bail, so you had to be in jail anyway. Man,
Yep.
that whole system is generated to make a whole bunch of money. And hey, man, they sticking it to this guy. But let's be clear though, like he's not. This is not unique to him, okay? When other guys get caught up and stuff like this, it's a whole lot of guys. Yeah, they're going through this.
Now,
exact
the
same thing.
23 dudes in Brooklyn, the drill rappers, just got caught up on goofy stuff too, man. Like shooting pigeons and stuff. Like they putting out silly stuff on rappers, man. Like, do y'all see more of this coming down the pipeline, Pauls?
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, because
I
they
do. Yeah.
I mean, this is like
You gotta
LB
destroy
said.
the Black Kings, man. You already
Like,
know. Gotta bring 'em back.
society sees these dudes as influencers of wrong,
Facts.
and they want to clean the streets of that. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying that's how that sector looks at this. You know what I'm saying? And these are that's why it's very important to vote in your local elections.
Local
When you
elections,
start
please.
putting people in those seats, they're the ones who carry out the law.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And they're twisting the law to make it even worse. So when we leave these things up to interpretation by putting these people in, these are the results, man.
Hey, get
These
your
are
Clark
results.
Eddie, man. You need
Big
somebody
fact.
on your team, man.
Yeah, bro. You need you a Henny Crump.
Someone's greasy Crump,
He's a
LB's
Henny
guy,
Crump.
man.
Yeah, man. Hey,
But
he shows
even
up, bro.
Henny Crump ain't touching this one. He's like, nah, I'm good.
I'm not flying for that one, guy.
Nah,
I ain't applying for that job.
It's too dry for me.
It's too dry.
Easy I am.
Somebody got shot. Zing.
Yeah.
Bebo, what you thinking on this, man? Since this is your lyric inspiration, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Wow. Well, I think Jay Camp hit on a couple buzzwords. He mentioned prosecutor, and he mentioned the fact that they ain't playing in so many words. So that DA, I think her name is Fannie T. Willis.
Yep.
Shout out to
She
Fannie,
said,
man. You know what I'm saying? Don't holler at us.
she's coming for
Man.
the jugular, bro.
Hey,
She's coming for
say
the jugular.
that again, Jay Camp. Say that part again.
She protect your neck. She's coming for the
Protect
jugular.
your neck. She is not playing. Y'all see what it is. She's not playing with Young Slime Life and folks of that ilk. I mean,
She said
think about it.
embarrassed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, think about it. Young Thug to the law is the head honcho of these, RICO charges, against him and YSL. And
Of all
like
people.
Gunna, at least, yeah. And Gunna is like seen as the lieutenant, so to speak,
And
metaphorically
he
speaking.
wasn't even lieutenant.
But
just
just from the face of it, but what's the iceberg?
He just wearing the chain, man. He
yeah,
just
that's all I'm saying.
But still, I
caught
mean,
with the chain on.
Still, if Thugger is seen as the head guy, and you got, you're Robin to your Batman. I'm just maybe speculation, but either way, he's side by side with Young Thug, so he to the law maybe knows just as much as Young Thug. So they ain't gonna let him go. And then
like
furthermore,
LB said,
they want him to
been following him since 2013, 12?
Yeah, 2012, 13. Yep. And
Yes,
they
sir.
definitely want to make him. They want to make. I think they want to make Gunna feel the impact of this situation for a bit. They want to make him sweat. And
so he
then
can squeal.
See if he squeal, yeah.
Yep. See if he gonna squeal. But yep. And plus,
it's like Devon said, that Tekashi joint. Somebody gonna snitch.
yeah, somebody.
Somebody
Oh yeah,
gonna
with
snitch,
20
bro.
plus people getting busted. Yeah, somebody
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
And then here's the other thing
Yeah.
too. They can't they might not want to run the risk of letting somebody like Gunna go in order to try to alter the case. You know what I'm saying? Pay off witnesses or whatever the case may be.
Hide
you know what I'm
some
saying?
information, you know what I'm saying? Delete some songs, you know.
Man,
Delete some songs, pay off
at
some
least-
witnesses, whatever. So
At least our era had good storytellers. You know what I'm saying? Like these dudes ain't discreet with their stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? They telling you where all the bodies are buried. You know what I'm saying? They identifying the weapon used in the lyrics.
That's crazy.
We wasn't doing all that, bro, when we were storytelling.
No, we wouldn't.
We
wouldn't. And regarding Young Thug, all the cards are looking like they're stacked against his favor. So maybe, and I want to emphasize maybe, not as much for Gunna, perhaps. In his case, again, that deal might be on the table here at some point for who knows?
Hey man, he might be like Bernie Mac, man. It's like, who are you, snitch? I'm telling on everybody. It was him with the gun. He did everything. Hey man, you missing Christmas? You missing Thanksgiving? You missing 4th of July? You missing everything? And man, them sales, man, they get to talking, dog.
Debo P sound just like that DA. You called him Gunner. You know that's what she's saying too. Gunner, we got Gunner, you on tape, buddy.
We have your N-word, A-word.
Yeah,
we're taking you down.
He's no longer Gunner. He's Gunner now.
Gunner.
Well, and this is the thing though, man. Like, hopefully, like I said, shout out to the homies, man. But if they did do something that caused some violence, man, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta sit down for a minute.
There's some loved ones is gone, and some family members, man, that ain't here no more, man. You know what I'm saying? This situation is what it is. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Well, and this is the thing though. They do have internet in the pen, so they will be able to watch this UGK and Ball MJG that we got coming out tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We got him coming out tomorrow. This is why we had to get J Camp on here, because J Camp at first was like, "Hey man, can't do it." So I'm glad he's on here, because we got to talk to you about this, man. Like when we were in college, man, these were the dudes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They represent Southern hip hop, man, to the fullest. You know me, man. I'm a Tony Snow. You know what I'm saying? Sweet James Jones. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This is exciting, man. And I think they've been listening to Fresh Out, man, because this is the way you bring people back to verses, because they're going to have this on YouTube. They listen to everything we said, man. What do y'all think about that, man?
Yeah, they probably just saw that little piece of change they got from that last setup. And they was probably like, "Oh man, go back."
Hey, Bumpy, can you do us a favor, man? Can you go ahead and toss the 8 ball and get it going?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
right.
They went straight into the little package,
and they needed to. They needed to.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah,
1,000%.
Now let's be clear, man. This is the ghetto weekend, man. This is when you get your drinks. This is the Memorial Day weekend, man. So this is lovely to start it off with. First of all, who do y'all have, man, as far as hit records, man, with these two super Southern groups?
Oh my goodness, man! This is
man.
Ooh.
Y'all can't say it's a win for Southern hip hop. I ain't going for that. Who
Hey,
who
we
because-
don't
wins
have
this,
to
man?
because Bun B
Who
said
wins
it on
this?
Be High. Bun B said it on the Be High situation. So
Man, he probably was tipsy, man.
even
Eight
when
Ball
you-
and MJG win
Man.
this one.
A-Ball MJG win this one?
They do.
I don't know about that.
You gonna make me go to Wicked,
Oh,
cuz.
man.
You
I
gonna
don't
go to
know.
Wikipedia
I mean,
on you.
The
I'm not- I'm-
reason is because I
ahead,
think
L.
they just got like a few more albums with a few more hits. So if this UGK joint probably stopped at like 7 or maybe 8, they might be good. But at 10, I don't know, man. I don't know if they can get all the way in the back because you know I don't know. That's just my thoughts initially. When now I haven't done any analysis of songs and hits and all of that just yet. But off of my initial reaction, I think A-Ball and MJG can get this though.
Hey man, they got the records, man. But J. Kent, what you thinking, man? I know you over here. I know you going in the crate right now. I know you going deep.
I know you over there looking at the list, and
Yeah,
I
you
know
going in the
Bebo
list, man.
P's.
Because it's not
Bebo
just
P
about
is
order.
analyzing
It
right
ain't just
now,
about
and I can
order,
see it.
man.
Nah, I ain't looking at no list.
Nah, it ain't
Nah.
just about order at all, man. Like, LB got me really thinking because I didn't come onto the show thinking like who can win. Like I wanted to kind of like
I didn't either.
Yeah.
I
I
didn't
wanted
either.
to celebrate this and kind of just give it its proper flowers because
We gonna
Yeah.
definitely 100%.
for people south of the Mason-Dixon, man, this is major, bro.
It is
Man,
real
major.
major.
Facts, man.
You talking about Cass who's been in the game since like the late 80s, early 90s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These
You said it
dudes
right.
span,
The late 80s, facts. Yeah, it wasn't even
these
90s,
dudes
man.
span decades, bro.
They
Like,
do.
Yeah.
we talking about man,
And
because
gave out some
I-
hits to other people.
they got some
too,
hits,
man.
bro. And I'm sitting here thinking about like how MJG and Pimp C, they could have made a Pimp album.
Oh,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Yeah,
They
that
both
would've been
like in
wild.
that same like Pimp lane, man. Like,
Yeah, that bag would have been
Man.
crazy.
and when I think about like 8 Ball's solo album, that double disc, that was just a classic, man.
Crazy.
With Redman on there.
Oh
I think,
yeah, the
Twister
triple
was on
album.
there.
There was a
I
triple
forgot
album.
about
Yeah.
that one.
The triple album, the Lost album.
Lost,
Dude,
yeah.
that was a classic.
And let's be clear, man. People from New York love 8-Ball MJG, man. It's not just ain't just a Southern thing.
Nah,
They
it's
got
a Southern
respect,
thing.
man. UGK and
They do.
8-Ball MJG got respect from every coast.
And you know, Bun B was saying the same thing on that Murder track on that UGK album. How he was getting calls from cats on the East, like, "Yo, we didn't know you could. We didn't know you."
Your
had
belly
like
is
that."
sipping the jelly.
Man, dude, the way he was flipping them words, you know, because Bun B started as a that type of rapper. He was like a very metaphorical. You know, I mean, his influences were on the East Coast. Like he patterned his rap like that.
Yeah.
And and you know, 8-Ball and MJG ain't no slouches either. Plus, they all kind of like joined at the hip because Swab House was Texas based.
Oh
That's
yeah,
where
for sure.
that's where 8-Ball
That's why
and
you couldn't fresh
MJG.
out.
That's where they cut their teeth, and that's where they was actually living for a minute. So a lot of their influences when 8-Ball and MJG was interviewed by Scarface, they was saying that they was influenced by Ghetto Boys and UGK because they was in Texas. So they brought that Memphis sound and blended that with
the Texas
with that swinging and banging.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For sure, facts.
It's hard for me to name a winner.
Drop a bomb,
I
man.
can't. No, it's difficult. I
can't do it right.
I just went there. That's what I was just going for.
You did go there, bro. I ain't mad at you though.
Off the cuff, man.
I ain't even.
Because once I really started to dive into it, I might lean to your side. But when I think about them Pimp C solos and the features that
not even that, but the impact that they did, like even 8-Ball MJG on Diddy Sus Diddy records, everything that I do
Bad
be
Boys
all
South.
about the loop. I be kicking up dust in my polo boots. You know what I'm saying? Like they had the records with Mason on them cats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they sure did.
For sure.
Bebo P, man, who you got, man? You know what I'm saying? This is a celebration.
It is.
Yeah, it really is more of a celebration than a competitive situation. Because you know, and I imagine it would be kind of difficult to do on a competitive level, just at least in my mind, since the late great Pimp is no longer with us.
He's no longer here, man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's hard
So
to.
yeah,
man. Yeah. I
so
feel you.
it'd be
B
kind
said
of
he
hard
gonna be in the building though. He gonna be in the building. Y'all
Oh yeah, he
feel
got to
Pimp
be in the
C.
building. He got
You know
he got
what
a
I'm
rep, but it's like, you know, it physically it's like 2 and then 1. I mean, of course, you know, Pimp C is there in spirit and musically, but you know, it's just kind of difficult to see how it would be
Right.
done on a competitive level, you know,
Facts.
until we actually see it. So it'd be
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to see what's really going to be what outside of it being a celebratory, commemorative, just legacy representation. If I were to be forced to choose, and I mean, I'm telling you, man, both groups, man, sheesh, their catalogs, their solo catalogs, oh man,
Bro.
Yeah,
Bro.
Nasty.
if I were to be forced to choose, I would probably agree with LB.
It's hard. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but
man.
that's like L said, it's just like that split decision. Hey, think fast, say something, give it to us now.
yeah.
All right, I'll say 8 Ball and MJG, but that's just off the cuff.
And I'll say too,
that's not for sure. You know what I'm saying? Without go ahead, J Camp.
And I was just saying, like, both group songs like hit me the same.
Oh
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? That's why it's hard for me
to this day,
name a
like
winner.
ain't nothing
to this
changed.
day,
They both got timeless music. So when I listen
they
to
are
it even
both
today,
legends. Yes,
like,
both groups.
if I was to put them on a weight scale, you know what I'm saying? Like they best songs.
Yeah.
That scale ain't gonna move.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
You know what I'm
gotta
saying?
I gotta split the dollars evenly. Hold on.
Bro.
You know,
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, once you start
Yeah.
talking about like international players, like it might shift our
Mhm.
hair.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
know,
Her hair.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
All right.
I think about
Iceberg. Who you got though? Who you got?
Yeah,
9
Iceberg.
millimeter
man.
boys,
You already know me, man.
pocket full of stones. Come
Pocket
on,
full of
man.
stones, man.
Pocket full of stones.
You know,
All right.
diamonds up against
Diamonds
the
and
wood.
wood.
One day.
Okay.
That Ryan Dirty album, man. Like
Murder.
I said, that murder song. I mean, it's just
What was
even
that?
the Hard to Swallow, you know what I'm saying, was one of the
Mhm.
first CDs that I actually purchased, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
With,
Yeah, they're too hard to swallow, bro.
Pimp C and Bun against that little against the jail joint, against the little jail fence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
they had
Pocket Full
that.
of Stones, man.
They had that
Tell
something
me
good joint.
something good. Like that was like.
Yep.
I mean, like I said, they're gonna have the whole. They doing it in Atlanta. They're gonna have the whole crowd rocking.
Man.
It's gonna be a
game's been
celebration
good
at
to
the end
me.
of the day, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna
And
be a
was
celebration.
Pimp
Already
C
saying
not
that.
the nicest though with that organ? Nobody can throw
Man.
an organ
Killed the organ. Killed it.
in a beat.
Killed
Hey
it.
man,
dude.
the funniest Pimp C story though, man, is this
Right
dude
out.
told Jay-Z, man, you gotta come to Miami, man. I'm not going to Trinidad to shoot a video. I got this new whip. I got the baddest chick in the game. You gotta come to Miami, man. And then you switch the whole joint up, and that's one of their biggest records, man. So like again, man,
Hey,
shout out to
that might be
Pimp C.
Jay-Z's biggest record, man. Like
Yeah,
quiet.
I have to
Right.
agree.
Like,
Could be.
it's when you think about commercial
Right.
success or whatever. I don't
Yeah.
know 1,000,
But
that's got to be up there.
plus, who you know who can throw Bobby and Whitney in the hook? Like Pimp C did.
Nobody
I got
hates
Bobby
Whitney. Nobody
by the
hates
pound,
Whitney by the
Whitney
key,
by the
the
key,
key,
Screw
you gotta
by
be
the
by the
gallon.
gallon.
The game
They
belongs
belong to
you.
me.
Dude, he
sounds
had
cold.
the illest whip at the time. He had a Gloria Velez. Shout out to Gloria Velez. She does
Yeah.
follow our page.
That's what's
Gloria
up.
Velez. She got a podcast too. Follow our podcast. Had Gloria Velez in the video, man. It did just change the whole vibe of the video, man. But again,
It did.
Pimp C was so dope, man, by saying, I don't even like the beat. Timberland's dope, but I don't like it. I'm gonna put the most ghetto verses on this joint. And it killed it. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, but then also, man, 8 Ball MJG, man. They first of all, they rep Indiana so hard. You know,
They do. They're
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
here.
Always
They're
here,
always
man.
here.
They always showing love, man. So again, man, the records they put out, Space Age Pimpin' and stuff like that, man, it's dope, man.
Yeah,
So,
Hey
man.
man. Hey,
If
Coming
you a
out
hip hop
hard.
fan, this is a
Shout
good
out
year
to
for
you
hip
brothers.
hop, man. Real talk.
They're
Yeah.
coming out hard. It's still a classic.
And then don't forget they was on that stay fly.
Man, and when you think about it too, that's a
Yeah.
good point because they 3-6 had classics with both groups.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
did.
no,
Yeah, they
3-6
Oh,
did.
Yeah.
because that's scissor.
I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah.
if they come on stage, man.
I won't be
on some scissors.
They got to. They got to.
Yeah.
They got hits with both groups.
I
They
eat so
do.
much shrimp, I got iodine pores.
Got gardening.
They got monkey shit up. You
You
embarrassing.
embarrassing us.
No. But yeah, it's gonna be a dope show, man. I'm definitely watching the A's versus listen
Great.
to Fresh Out,
Yeah,
and they
man.
got it right.
Yeah,
They got it right.
this time.
yeah.
Hey, yeah,
And
whole-
it's gonna be on YouTube for
y'all
everybody
listen to the
trying to spend that
champions.
money.
Y'all listen to
Yeah.
the champions of the situation. Y'all
Yeah, you
listen,
know,
so it's all good.
Mhm.
Hey, we pledge allegiance to the grind, baby. That's all it is. That's all it is. Hey, shout out to
Well,
both
like I
groups,
said, man, we definitely got to talk about this weekend if we get some time, man. I don't know if y'all busy with the fans, but we may have to definitely chop this up, man, because it comes out. The show is tomorrow, so maybe
Rest in
we can
peace,
chop it up, man.
Pepsi, and we know both groups are definitely gonna do their thing.
Yeah, man, for
Mhm.
sure, for sure.
Speaking of people who didn't do their thing,
Man, oh man.
Mm.
we got to go in on this. First of all, salute to Christopher Wallace, man, for the legacy
Yes,
that he
sir.
put down, man.
Yes,
We got to
sir.
talk about that first. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude. I mean, he changed the game at 20. The vision that the dude had, man, where he had Diddy, like, man, how the heck he get a deal with Undiz? Like, this dude was doing so many moves, but he learned the game, passed the game down to Mace. Like, let's talk about the real history, man, because we got people on Clubhouse capping that we're going to talk about later that were trying to change history because they have a microphone now and so they can say certain things. But we were there. We actually had stuff going on.
We do.
We were in high
there.
school. We were in high school when this stuff came out. So
Hey,
were
brother,
there.
say that again. We were what? We were what?
We were there. So let's be clear. So
when
at
they
the
were
end of-
alive.
At the end of the day, we were copping the records. We were watching the videos. And shout out to Hip Hop VCR. This is one of the reasons why I even
Yeah.
found him, man, for trying to find some footage of Big. And again, this dude is so legendary, man. And you can't even put him, you know, Tupac and him are just on a whole different level. But when his birthday comes, we always want to celebrate him. Even the day he died, we celebrate Big.
Mhm.
But it seems like some of the people who were connected to him, they take advantage of it too. I was trying to count how many Biggie documentaries there are. It's too many to count.
It's too many, yeah.
They
Yeah.
just a record called GOAT, which they basically took some acapellas off
Oh
of you.
man, that was nasty.
Yeah.
That was nasty.
Stop it.
Horrible.
It
Horrible.
was
It was
nasty.
trash, man. I was like, you can't do this dude like that. They did the Metro cards, man, which is a dope idea, you know, and everybody's
was.
celebrating
That
his
was dope.
son, daughter, and I get it, but is he the most exploited hip hop artist ever, man? In y'all's opinion, man? What was y'all thoughts, man, seeing the rollout this year?
Oh man.
And
That's-
keep it 100, man. They coming fresh out for this. You're not gonna get this at Joe Budden's. He's friends with everybody, man. We're gonna keep it 100.
But listen, man, the way you frame this one, man.
Yeah. I'm right there with you, El. I mean, the way that was framed, man. I mean, I don't see, especially when you start talking about the multiple documentaries, you know, I'm not saying that some of those are irrelevant. I'm just saying that it seems exploitive. You know what I'm saying? It seems exploitive when you start to kind of peel it back.
Here's
It's
the
like,
wild
okay.
thing, though. Here's the wild
Go
thing.
ahead, El.
So many people have been exploited in hip hop.
Yeah.
That is,
Mhm.
man, it is tough to say who's been the most exploited.
It's tough to say
mean-
who's been the most. Because
I mean, when you talk about
up there,
TLC
too.
did
Yeah.
3 albums and talking about they had $30,000 a piece after 3 albums. You know, Tribe Called Quest saying the same thing. They did 2 to 3
Mhm.
albums and they handed them a check for $15,000 a piece and stuff. Like, man, it was a lot of people that are exploited. Now, I guess if you're talking about like Big having such a large presence and having such a long time frame of being exploited like post death, then
There you go.
Then,
That's
then
it.
you might have a case for that one.
Well,
you know
and
what
that's
I'm
what
saying?
that's where I was going with it. El.
I think that's where he was going with
was
it, yeah.
post death.
Yeah.
Because to me, it got excessive, similar to like in '08 when Obama, you know what I'm saying, got that presidency and his face was on everything. Like every street corner in every black neighborhood had an Obama t-shirt. I mean,
Mhm.
you know, it just seemed like to me, man, that, you know, after this dude has passed, you know what I'm saying? Yes, we celebrate his greatness, but it seems like some of it has been excessive. And I get when you turn 50, like 50 is a milestone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
It is.
that part I get, but some of the things that they doing though, bro.
Shout out to Nightmare. Shout out to Nightmare right there.
Peace to
seems-
Nightmare. Peace,
Shout out to
brother.
Nightmare.
Peace, brother.
Yeah, man.
It's exploitation. I mean,
Well, and there's the thing. Don't get me wrong. Biggie deserves everything.
he deserves to be on the pedestal. He deserves every single rose petal and flower that he gets. But,
you know what's so funny is when I think about this, I think about that Boondocks episode where they about MLK. And then
and Biggie came back and he sees what's going on.
And then in the middle of it, MLK goes, "Hey man, I really should get some approval over some of this stuff." You know
Magruder killed that.
Exactly.
Magruder killed that.
I really should be getting. I should be getting checking for this stuff.
I wonder if that's what would happen if like Biggie had a ghost running around right now. Would he be like, "Man, I really should get some approval over this"?
Hey, you asked Diddy right about Sus Diddy right now. He do got a ghost running around in a mansion or something.
Drop a bomb. Then let's be clear. There's a mansion in Atlanta that is basically empty because Puffy said that Biggie's ghost was haunting him. Hey, I'm gonna put it right here.
It must have been some different type of haze he was puffing on.
Bruh.
Yeah,
let's be clear.
He was puffy then.
Who got the money? Let's be clear. Biggie died broke.
Yes.
So he died
not necessarily broke, but
for his stature, he was broke.
Yes, for his stature, he was broke. Yes.
So
facts.
That year, Life After Death comes out, sells 700,000 the first week. That same year, Puffy comes out with "I'll Be Missing You." Yeah, shout out to Sauce Money for writing that, by the way.
Yeah, that "I'll Be Missing."
Then he comes out and he sells 600,000 with the No Way Out album.
Yeah.
Puffy was eating at that time.
He was eating
seriously.
Yeah. And yeah, that No Way Out had at least 2 or 3 Biggie verses on it, right?
Yeah.
Nightmare's right. Yeah, Nightmare's right. Shouldn't be tarnishing the legacy. Yeah, Nightmare's on it.
But this is the thing, though. I'm not done. Harlem World comes out. He sells 300,000 the same year.
Boom.
Same year, man.
Boom.
Bad Boy had Life After Death, No Way Out, and Harlem World same year, 97.
Boy, I mean that's a lot of.
And who owns his publishing?
Come on,
probably one of Diddy's children.
King Kong,
son.
You don't think so?
Diddy?
Man, at this day, his daughter was selling he was selling necklaces at the pop-up shop the other day. She ain't got no bread.
Oh, okay.
Well, sometimes they be doing that, man, to try to be a normal.
Well, but if you had the bread, you wouldn't be doing that. Like Dame Dash King was selling.
Wait a second, they're doing it for tax purposes.
Wait a second.
Make sure IRS don't come at them.
Wasn't one of it wasn't like at the time Puffy's first son, the executive producer on one of the on somebody's album. It might not have been Biggs, but I mean, I'm just saying I wouldn't put it past them to do something like that.
Oh yeah,
for
let's be clear, we always hear about and shout out to Big Pun. We always hear about his wife saying, "Hey man, I had to sell his necklace. I had to do all this stuff because I ain't got no money."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but Biggie, dude, they had the Empire State Building lit up with his crown the other day.
They did.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Is his mama getting that bread?
Nah, she ain't. Diddy ain't gonna allow that to happen, man.
Look, I think that was a dope idea as far as symbolism or whatever representation.
The idea I think,
is dope. Yeah, and I think the MetroCards at the 4 stations were dope.
But who's getting that bread though?
And that's what I was going with it. Like when it comes down to it, that's the big question mark, like the Riddler symbol. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, too. Yeah, that J Camp Nigma, right? I think that there also should have been. Well, let me back up because I know there's some kind of orchestral performance that's happening in June in representation of some of Biggie's songs and catalog or whatever. But there should have been something like performance-wise from the Lil C's, the Lil Kims, the Jay-Z's, the Maces, you know what I'm saying? Somebody to represent like on the scale of somewhat on the scale of that versus where you saw the Locks versus Dipset or
you do something like that, and you give the money straight to his mom,
and you give it straight to to Christopher Wallace's estate. Yeah. Absolutely, that's what they should do.
Too is we have all these documentaries of Biggie, but nobody's telling the real truth. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like they got together and say, "Hey, this is the story we're gonna say, and we're gonna stick with that story because we don't really want." Number one, of course, there's some things that everybody does as a human. You don't want nobody to get out, which we're gonna talk about that here in a minute. But then the other thing is like, hey man, let's celebrate him right though. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the king of New York. This dude's Frank White. Let's not try to sell T-shirts and bull. Let's really in MetroCards. You know what I'm saying? Let's do something for real, man, for the culture.
But here's the thing. I mean, like, I think the flip side of this coin, right, is that somebody like Pac, like, we don't get a ton of stuff from him anymore. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like we got a bunch of stuff from him and that's first like 10 years after his death. But since then it's kind of like falling off. But if there were a bunch of things that were going on for Pac, we'd be out there asking these exact same questions though. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So, you know, it's always just tough whenever there is still some value left in the brand, you know what I'm saying, after somebody's death, especially when you don't know where things are going and things like that, you know. So
the thing you can say about like Death Row is you know who owns it, you know what's going on, and you at least Snoop's running, right? The Bad Boy stuff and like all this other stuff that's going on, man. You don't. All you do is see Sus Diddy doing a whole bunch of dumb stuff, man. On the beach, man, riding a little bike and bull in the ocean and bull. But he's not really doing anything and speaking about anything on Christopher Wallace's legacy as far as music's concerned, and even just giving him that love that he was supposed to get. And like I said, we're gonna talk about that on the next topic. But you don't really see the praise. It's almost like they kind of use him as a springboard to kind of big themselves up.
Yeah, there definitely should have been more representation, and I hate using that word, but for select reasons I won't go into. But I think that, you know, for something commemorating what would have been 50 years on Earth for Biggie if he were still alive, something like this should have been a lot bigger,
or more polished,
a lot more flower giving, I should say, for Christopher Wallace, and it's not even just for Biggie. Of course, it's primarily for Biggie, but it's for everything and everybody that Biggie represented. You know what I'm saying? So it's for, like as Nightmare said about a couple minutes ago, the Charlie Baltimores, the Lil Kims, the Lil C's, and Junior Mafias and 112s and all them.
Don't Diddy still have Revolt?
Yeah, he still got Revolt. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Allegedly.
So why not do the celebration on Revolt?
Well, because
and have Kim and all them.
Well, because that goes back to our last episode. You know what I'm saying? Of him doing the billboard because it's all about Diddy when it's all said and done. He's trying to, like Iceberg said, he's trying to
that's why I wanted somebody to put the kufi on. That's why I threw that live.
38-11. Let's go.
You was basically like you talking about then, bro.
Let's be clear. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like.
Oh man,
Juneteenth ice cream. You're basically doing the same thing that Walmart tried to do. You're trying to like commercialize something that's not supposed to that you're not supposed to do.
Nah,
Juneteenth ice cream.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, the flavor that they mentioned did sound good, but
the flavor did sound good though. But
they should have put the label on there.
Yeah, man.
you said it's got some credibility though.
The flavor it was like red velvet or something. So you know it's gonna be on that dog with the red velvet. You know?
But you know if that BLM ice cream was in the stores, they wouldn't have been tripping then.
Nah, they gotta get that cash.
Well, I don't know. Wait, yeah, I don't know that man. What was that, brother? They gotta get what, brother? They gotta get the what?
Cash for the baby daddy for sure.
That's why I said when nobody would have tripped.
Fighting for black people. I never tasted so good with this new Juneteenth ice cream, red velvet and vanilla bean. Like, dude, come on, man. Like, you can't do big like that, man. And like I said,
black and brown special. Black and brown
Hey.
favor.
Give me a high five. So, but it's like, dude, you don't mess up Christopher Wallace like that, man. If you understand
you
the
don't.
man who basically put hip hop on his back at the time, man. 'Cause remember when he came in the game, man, a lot of cats wasn't feeling big. But then when his flow was so dope, the way he moved, the way he understood the game as far as the business was concerned, come on, buddy, man. Like this dude, he doesn't get his flowers as far as how he innovated the game. Like, I come out with Junior Mafia. I'm writing for Lil Kim. I'm schooling Mace on how to move the game. Because like I said, Mace was just a baby big.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, no,
So-
hey, all of that is facts, and that's why as Fresh Out, we always tell you, hey man, sometimes you need context, right? And
Facts.
you need to know the context of like what year this was that it came out, because if you heard everything else that year, it did not sound like this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, just the way Big wrote verses and hooks, man. When the la hits your lyrics, like, I mean, that's just the way he would come in on the flows, man. Just
his style rode the beat.
Swag and
it
swag
was
and
gravitating.
Delivery, he wrote it, man.
Yeah,
I mean, and thank you, D-Von's in the game too. He brought Cam into the game, man. You know what I'm saying?
He did.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, there was so many situations. Charlie Baltimore, just like Nightmare.
The commission.
Charlie Baltimore was like, I mean, if he would have lived, Charlie Baltimore would have been on some other level type stuff.
Yeah.
Jay-Z said, hey, listen, if Big would have lived, y'all just would have got the commission. Ain't that what he said on the Pusha T track or whatever?
Yeah, he did. And that's how he ended it. That's how he ended that verse.
That's what Jay was
so basically
saying.
What he's saying is, even if I didn't make blow up like that, I still was under Big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Take it for what you want.
But either or, my thing, man, is just, we salute this brother, man. The lyrics are so crazy, man. As lyricists, producers, the way he put together album, because a lot of that wasn't Diddy. Diddy did say, hey man, do some records, for the radio, no doubt. But the way this dude wrote lyrics in his 20s, man.
Crazy.
Come on, man.
Him and Pop both. Like up here, it was different up there, man. Upstairs was.
And to lose both of those dudes in 6 months, man, it hurt everybody, man.
It still hurt from that. That definitely.
Which is why it's different of how we should be celebrating this dude.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
But see, the problem is, and like I said, man, you the Segway King, man. J Camp. These cats, man, nowadays are going around and trying to change hip hop history by saying certain things that are not true, because we know it, because we were living at that time. So they on the Clubhouse this week, and of course Diddy's on there, probably high off that, off that Bill Cosby that he be doing, allegedly. And he's on the Clubhouse thanking Jay-Z for filling the shoes of Biggie and Pac.
No way.
That's cap.
No way. It's disrespectful.
It's disrespectful.
Hey man, it is disrespectful. Like you said, they're trying to rewrite history because there's a new generation from their prime, Big's prime and that era to now, and they're banking on the fact that nobody or not anybody of stature is going to come right out and say, "Yo, that's true" or "That's not." In fact, when you look at it, Big was successful without Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
He blew up like that first album, Ready to Die. Ready to Die,
man.
Ready to Die. The only feature on there was Method Man.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like Jay-Z was on, and that's no shot against Jay. I'm just saying,
not at all.
That's just, and then when you look at it, Biggie was not influenced off of Jay-Z to the point where Biggie cited any of Jay's lyrics, but when you inverse that situation, you can count on more hands than the two that we've got, or the more fingers. I mean, you could go on the what was that
Salt
joint? Man, that World is Field joint. What was that when the Remy's in the system? Ain't no telling. Y'all know where that was on for Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying?
And let's be clear, before Big died, Jay-Z was he was rapping like that.
He was.
And next thing you know, when Big dies, then he's rapping all smooth and cool. How we do with the pop? Come on, man. And also too, when Big died and Pac died, the biggest records again in that 97 was Biggie, Wu-Tang, Mace, and Master P. Then let's go to 98. You wasn't even popping in because LB always makes it clear. Somebody DMX the game. DMX came through and said, sold 700.
Yeah, man.
Master P sold 500. Snoop sold 500, man. Jay-Z basically came out with that volume 2, which was one of his best records, in my opinion, album, in my opinion, but he only sold 350.
Yeah. Nah. He wasn't.
And this one, and then also DMX came out with the It's Dark and Hell is Hot, sold another 250 as well. So his second sold the same as Jay. When nobody really checking for him. Like
not at that time. Not at that time.
Nah.
No.
Not like you feel his shoes, man. You didn't feel his shoes like that.
Well, and that's why. And that's why I think what Diddy was saying was disrespectful.
It was
to me to Jay. Jay didn't come out and say that. You know what I'm saying? Why would you even? It's not necessary. Let Jay-Z be Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z's already made his mark in the game. We know this, but you don't have to say he filled the shoe. Nah, ain't no filling those shoes.
Nah,
it ain't no filling those shoes. No,
not
only, can do that.
Not only that, but like
good looking out. Yeah, that's the second album. My fault.
But it was just that Jay-Z was not a pop rapper in that
he
moment.
Wasn't at that time.
He was not.
He wasn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Which is why
and he had to go to Puffy and say, "Hey, give me the sauce, dude."
Give me
Puffy did that whole
give me the stimmy package.
The Lifetime. Go ahead, J Camp. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying like the statement was just monkey. I was agreeing with what LB was saying.
Major monkey.
Yeah, and come to think of it, that first Lifetime situation, I mean, it wasn't a bad album. I'm just saying it just wasn't there. It wasn't like there, I think, to the point where go ahead, brother.
No, I was just gonna say that, like, let's just be clear in the sense that these were good albums.
They were.
And they were good hip hop albums.
They were.
But they weren't necessarily, they weren't chart topping, like.
Correct.
There you go.
They were critically acclaimed, but they wasn't high selling.
They wasn't there.
Right.
Like they're there.
What nobody Jay-Z had to say, who's the best MCs? Biggie, Jay-Z, and you had to throw yourself in there.
Yeah. No, and that was that moment,
like
right?
Nightmare said it. You come out with your first debut album, and in the same year, you drop another one, and it does 700. Your first one did 250. Second one did. You sold pretty much a milli in the first. I mean, like you sold double records in that year. Everybody, it was DMX's time, man.
It was.
You didn't come in and fill nobody's shoes up, man. People was looking for Mace. Nas to basically they wanted Nas
and that's why X wanted to do their verses with Jay.
Yeah,
he was feeling some. He's always felt. Well, I feel like listening to X that he felt some type of way about that love that Jay was getting, because it kind of like it made his body of work get overlooked in the beginning, and I think we just brought that to light.
Right.
I'm glad Iceberg did that, because it shows how phenomenal that DMX was. It showed that the gravity of his music then was silly, bro, and that proves it.
And you know, back then, this isn't even just about the folks that we're speaking of. We got to understand the era. That was the golden era of hip hop, and during the golden era, I mean, don't forget, or maybe for those who don't know, there was a code, and it was called no biting. You didn't bite off of other artists or whatever. So I know that's probably new for some newer school cats. You know what I'm saying? But 49, 40. You didn't bite. So like there was a certain pride of dang near any artist that came out during that time. You know, whether you're talking about Mobb Deep, Nas, Jay, whoever, DMX. I mean, you came with your own. Man. Yeah. I mean, but DMX was different. He was definitely different.
Jay-Z, Elon Musk the game, dog. Jay-Z, Elon Musk the game.
He did. and that's not to take away from Jay-Z.
He was a cleaner artist. He was like, hey, I got the formula because I stole it from Biggie. From Pac told Biggie, Biggie told Jay, hey, man, make this for the ladies, make this for the streets. You got this going. Hey, he's clean cut. And again, it was all about Bad Boy in 97, clean cut, shiny suit stuff. You know what I'm saying? Then DMX comes in the game, kills it. I remember
Kills it.
LB always saying that, man. Somebody maced the game, then DMX came in and dirtied the game up, man. It went back to
Yeah,
the
man.
streets.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? They were like feeling Jay at the time, man. And I'm a
Muddied it
Jay-Z
up.
fan.
Yeah.
Jay-Z
Muddied
was
it
doing
up.
his thing. He
That was
was doing his thing
it was
still.
the Timberland boot season, man. He brought
Yeah, man.
Oh,
The
it was,
overalls
yeah.
with one strapping bull, you know what I'm
Back.
saying, with the Timbs.
Right.
So,
Right.
and don't get me wrong, Jay-Z, we always give Jay-Z his flowers, no
We
doubt,
do.
for what he
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
But
Salute to Jay.
again, even Cameron, Biggie's guy, is saying, man, you a biter, not a writer. You know what I'm saying? You took a lot of Biggie's flows saying you giving them love. Okay, well, where's the love right now on the 50th anniversary for their pockets?
Cam did drop those gems. You're right about that.
Yep.
So it's like, come on, man. And I get it, man. Everybody wants their last dance situation now because the digital age is making these analog cats kind of lost in the sauce a little bit. So you want to go on Clubhouse because these dudes don't do interviews. They go on Clubhouse and talk that talk, and nobody's going to really check them a little bit that has any kind of clout. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know,
Jay-Z was under big. Let's be clear, and he still is. And he still is. Still is. Jay-Z successful, but he ain't big. He ain't Pac. You know what I'm saying? He's Jay.
no.
I'm just saying, he's in his own class.
LB was his disrespectful though, Power Father.
It's borderline, man. It's one of those where, like, if you got to think about it, it is disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? But it's one of those where it's like the way it's just that's the expectation, man. Yeah, man. Pun went 2 times, buddy. That's right.
Capital punishment.
There was a lot of people that were going multi-platinum in those moments where Jay-Z really wasn't going multi-platinum at that time, and that's why he wasn't really, like we said, he wasn't the one filling the shoes. And then when we get to the disrespect thing, I just think like it is disrespectful, but like, what else are we expecting from Diddy in this moment, man?
That's the
like,
thing. Yeah, go ahead. Nobody. I don't think anybody's expecting much of anything from this dude right about now. He just needs to go somewhere and sit down. No disrespect.
He need to pull a Travis Scott and just,
bro. He showed us who he is multiple times,
and that's why he needs to. I mean, we know now, but I don't want to hear from him. You just gotta
believe who he is, man. We know exactly who he is, man.
I'm sick of hearing from him right now.
I don't want to hear from Sus Daddy until he tells us the truth about what happened at the time, because it's like he still is mad about the fact that Biggie finessed him. Let's be 100. He never talked about it. When Biggie said, "Hey, I'm gonna have a daddy's house too. I'm gonna have an office by yours," he was like, he looked at me like, "Man, you ain't me. You a rapper. I mean, you signed to me. I got all your publishing. What you really gonna do?" And then when Biggie said, "Oh, okay, bet. I'm gonna go to Undies, sign with you, get a group, I get Jay, I get all these cats, man. I'm gonna do my thing outside of your little nucleus and what you got going on with Bad Boy." And I think Puffy has always felt a certain kind of way that this real rapper dude finessed me with Lil Kim and the publishing and all that stuff. Let's hear about that. Then the other, like May said, you living in LA and ain't found a killer. How you go to LA when your homie got shot? If you got shot in Louisville, I ain't moving to Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
bro. You got the goofy on now, though. You got the goofy
5313. Let's go. But my thing, man, is just keep it 100 with his legacy, man. Don't speak if you don't want to speak on other things. Don't speak on other stupid stuff. Don't be talking about when he did ecstasy at the hypnotic video and all that. Don't be telling that dude's business, man. You capping, bro.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's up, Lil Devon? I thought it was kind of foul that Diddy brought Big publishing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, that's straight up. That's straight up. Yeah, and again, this goes back to thinking that, you know, people are going to be stupid when in actuality you got to be careful about thinking that even the newest generation that we see today don't see through the BS, even though they might not know all the details. I mean, they're not crowning you the worst host ever for the billboards for no reason. They see some level of insincerity with you and your ilk. And if they see that, then what else do they see? So we got to understand, hey, look, and that's, you know, that goes to the importance of platforms like ours to really just cite what actually happened during certain eras of time, whether it's now, whether it's the golden era of the 90s, whether it was the 80s, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
these two folks that you're seeing
And
right
like
here,
Elle said,
they're counting
provide
on you
that
not to remember.
context.
They're counting on you not to know. And you're right,
Well,
J
and
Camp.
they
Elle was
can
right about
blackball
context.
you. They can
Yeah.
blackball you
Provide the
too.
context.
That's what they did with Charlamagne. When Charlamagne started talking all that stuff with Jay, he got blackballed, man, in Philly. Let's be 100, man.
Oh yeah.
And now that you kissing butt, now you got podcasts and all that, man. And you blocked us on Instagram.
Hey, we've been less than light on you, more than light, I should say, brother.
Yeah.
But then, I expect Jerry Heller to do that, and shout out to Devon on that. But not Dick, man. He's supposed to be the curator from Harlem. They're supposed to be bringing out all this dope artists. But then when you see Bad Boy in the pedigree, everybody dead or going crazy.
Right.
Yeah, I think with Diddy, right, is that like I understand why you might have did that when you started in the game. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you just kind of mimic the people that you see around you. But now that you're like old enough and you've seen everything and that you've been around, like, bro, like just get it right. You can do right by yourself. You want to submit your legacy. That's how you submit your legacy, is by like, it's like as you age, taking that new knowledge and treating people properly and doing the right thing. And we know,
but in their minds, Elle, it's not about doing right. Go ahead, brother.
Nah, I was just gonna say, Elle was spot on. Like
he was.
You're supposed to do it right, and you're supposed to age gracefully and do that.
There you go.
But with these personalities, it's not about doing right. It's about doing me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're seeing here. Yeah, but it's definitely not to discount what y'all said.
Me world.
Do you think Diddy feels a certain kind of way when people say, "Oh, he's the best rapper ever," and he's like, "Man, I'm the one who taught him. I'm the one who. Why ain't y'all giving me my props?"
I think Diddy feels the grip gradually slipping away from him. I think that's why he's kind of doing all of this stuff. So yeah, I think he feels some type of way. He's in this false, again, midlife crisis type of disposition. And just I think a lot of what he's saying is just he's just rambling a lot.
Hey man, this is the thing though. You hosted the Billboard Awards and didn't do nothing to celebrate Biggie.
You didn't do nothing to celebrate him.
Put the coupe on.
When you knew 50 was here. 50 years was here.
Yep. 50 years.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing, man, is that when you're somebody like Diddy, who is a fantastic organizer, right? And that's essentially what Diddy is, man. He's one of the greatest organizers and curators and bringing people together type of person, because that's all he did with all the music that he ever did. He just brought around all the right people.
I'll bring all the producers together. I'll get all the rappers and sign them, and I'll basically present it the way it needs to be presented.
Yeah, and I put them in a room, and then I throw a little marketing on it. So, but that's the thing is that like at a certain point, man, like being a premium organizer of when you don't have all of the mix and you can't really like bring people together anymore, like now what you got, man, those people have to have skilled individuals around them to be able to navigate, so.
Yeah, again, nobody can fill any legend's shoes in the game of hip hop. This ain't even just about Big. It's not about
not to be filled.
And not to be filled. It's just to recognize, what they brought to the table and what it is that you can bring to the table, in your own respective regards. So Biggie definitely deserves many more flowers than he got. I know we've said that already. When it comes to something that Clubhouse interview, that should have just been like a, hey, a laugh. It's almost like when somebody passes away and you have laughs after the funeral and you say, ha ha, remember when that used to happen back then? What I'm saying? You're just supposed to share celebratory moments for the most part. But make it about that person, in this case, Big only, or primarily, or circumstances that happen surrounding it in a minor way, but you don't take away from it by saying, oh, well, Jay, I thank you so much for filling in the shoes as well as Pac.
Well, and then also remember Diddy said too, he was like, yeah, man, Big looked up to you, man. He really looked up to you, man. Dude, ain't nobody looking up to you. Like, you were part of the game. You like, yeah, you dope and all that, but dude, you basically my Memphis Bleak.
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah. But you know what? That's
I got
not
you
even
in the group, bro. You're not on my level. You're
Right,
you're on Lil Kim level. I'm putting
but
y'all in
that's
the
what's
group.
up though. But real talk, that's what's up though. Straight up and down.
I mean, it's
Like,
still
that's
dope.
true.
Don't get me wrong, but like, let's be clear. You wasn't on his level at the time.
And wait, he's still not on Big's level. Let's be clear about that.
Unless you're taking some of his lyrics. But the other thing though, too, is, you know, it should have been Jay's defense of him as a friend and said, "Hey, sus Diddy, I appreciate the flowers, but at the end of the day, man, I was never on Big's level." But Jay's not going to say that.
Nah,
No.
man, come on.
Why? How do we know that? Because neither one of them.
If somebody said, "Hey, man, you know, remember Jay Kent when he was living?" I was like, man, first of all, Jay Kent was way better lyricist than me. You know what I'm saying? What you talking about? I'm not gonna be like, yeah, man, thanks LB for that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Jay Kent was, you know, he
thanks
looked up
for filling in.
Yeah, he looked up in
Jay Kent's
shoes. You know, he looked up.
Thanks for filling in shitty
shoes. Come on, man.
But
you're capping. I'm like, nah, I would represent my home and say, nah. Jay Kent was a dope lyricist, man. Bang the toast, you know what I'm saying? Going up the wall like Andre Dawson.
But here's the thing, man, is that I think when people should just stay away from the whole bleak bleak though. Yeah, bleak, man. They should just stay away from the whole like filling the shoes type of a thing. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Magic, he wasn't, you know, filling the shoes of like Bill Walton, you know what I'm saying? And like Jordan wasn't filling the shoes of like Magic, you know what I'm saying? And then Kobe wasn't filling the shoes of like Jordan, you know what I'm saying? And LeBron wasn't filling the shoes of like Kobe. Like, they ain't filling the shoes, they all their own sort of unique individuals.
They their own greatness. Like,
yeah, doing their own little thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm playing with
And you know, we have a tendency to, you know, the fans respect legacy. That's one. I mean, regardless of wherever the opinions lie, you know, it's all good. But at the same token, they respect legacy and they respect, hey, look, you know, we might be saddened that such and such person or group is no more, but that person's over there. And even though this other situation is similar, that is just their own entity. And that's what I get in mass from even the fans out there. See, I know we talk a lot about, you know, the Diddy's and the, you know, whatever, and this, you know, with this topic, but, you know, I think the fans definitely feel what it is that we're communicating right about now too.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's be clear, man, before we move, man, and y'all get the last word. It was Diddy hosting the Billboard Music Awards, not saying anything about Big at all. Fart on that. Then next thing you come out with this GOAT song, which is just like some old lyrics and some old reggaeton bull on it with Ty Dolla $ign. Shout out to Ty Dolla, but that's a horrible song.
Shout out, but
horrible song. You know what I'm saying? Horrible rollout. Then you get this dude a Subway MetroCard. That's what you do. Man, get out of here, man. So again, and then you capping on Clubhouse talking about, you know, hey, don't forget about us though. And remember when he was doing ecstasy, like trying to diss it, like sneak diss him a little bit, man. So,
and that's what it is. Throwing the rock and hiding the hand,
man.
Yeah, yep. Throwing the rock and hiding the hand. You know how they do.
Yeah, man. But shout out to Big, his legacy. And again, anytime you say Big, you gotta say Pac, man. And people don't give him credit for the lyricist he was. They want to say he's a street dude, but the lyrics were so crazy and the way he made radio records and his rollout.
Oh yeah,
too, man. So
yeah,
gotta show love, man.
Big
Pac. We gotta do this in 10 minutes, man. We gotta do this in 10 minutes. So what's our flyers of the week, real quick?
JK, go ahead and set it off, son.
Man, I'm gonna go with the great Brit, Slick Rick.
Oh, the ruler, baby.
Okay,
the ruler, baby.
I gotta go with the ruler, man. He gets my loud words. I was jamming Slick Rick all this week. So
okay, then.
So he's been on my brain.
I respect that, bro. The artist storytelling master, man.
The artist storytelling master, bro. Like the most humble flow too. You know what I'm saying? He don't need to scream in the mic to get the point across and to be flawless with it, man. And the fact that Slick Rick is still rapping on some of these like new rappers' albums today, like
he's got a new joint with Method Man over a DJ Muggs joint. Check that out.
Shout out to Muggs too. Muggs got them fire beats. Plus he was on West Side Gun's album that came out last year.
Oh yeah, sure was.
Him and Black Thought both was on there. You already know what happens when Black Thought gets on your song anyway. You know it's gonna get obliterated.
Sheesh, man. I mean,
But
you talk
definitely
about
want
one
to.
of the most influential people. Slick Rick is probably not even probably. He is up there.
Yeah.
As far as like not in terms of like exploitive in a negative way, but you talk about like lyrics and bars used.
Oh man, Slick. Yo,
If
Uncle
it ain't
Ricky
big,
got
it's Slick Rick. Yeah,
Uncle
Rick
Ricky
Ross
got
timeless.
It's
a
been
bunch of them.
copycatted so much, man. It's so dope, man. The storytelling is different.
Oh, definitely one of the
Shout
best
out
of
to
all
Touch,
time.
man. You know what I'm saying? Salute, man.
Yeah,
Facts,
absolutely.
facts.
Legend in the game. LB,
Legend
who
in the
you got,
game.
brother? LB, Elweez.
Yeah.
Who you got, brother? Gunner?
You know what? Nah.
Oh, is it Gunner? It's Gunner. Yeah,
Nah.
man.
Nah, Gunner.
Nah.
My bad. Gunner.
None of the above on that one, man. But you know who I was thinking about, man, and that's why I wanted to give the flowers, man. I want to give the flowers to my man DJ Drama, man. You know,
DJ Drama King
with the Gangsta Grizzle series. You know what I'm saying? You know, he just did the joint with J. Cole and the Dreamville team over there, man. And you know, you kind of sometimes you'll forget about some of that stuff from the mixtape days. You know what I'm saying?
Classics of Wayne.
Oh man.
And then it was just disappointing to see, you know, basically how he got done with the whole like, oh man, like you got this music that's stolen or whatever, and you know they try to shut him down and all of that stuff, and just you know it just completely changed the game or whatever, man. But shout out to DJ Drama, and he's still trying to do a few things now, you know, and
Philly cat, man, Philly cat, if I'm not mistaken,
Philly.
And making it work. You know
where I am from,
man. Yeah. Shout out, man. Now I'm gonna go ahead and stick to Bed-Stuy since we talked about Biggie Smalls, and I can't remember fully if we had talked about this person, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and give my flowers to Lil Kim, man. You know, Bed-Stuy, stand up, man. I got a
Notorious K.I.M.
Yeah, Notorious K.I.M. Definitely got a rep for her on this one tonight. You know, she might, she's not an underdog legacy wise, but as far as modern day rap music is concerned, you know, that could be a different story. And we definitely don't want her legacy to be forgotten because she's the one that set it off when it comes to not only the raw rap, but the raw physical expression physically of
one of the best hip hop covers. One of the best covers of all time.
That was copied.
He had copied.
I had the joint on the wall, man. I had the joint on the wall, bro. Mom's was like, you better take this shit down. Like, you got to take this shit down, man.
Arguably one of the illest female MCs in the game. She's got classic singles, classic songs. She even has a 5 mic album.
She does.
That was rated by the Source magazine. I think it was that Naked Truth joint.
It was.
So hey, she's and I gotta give it to her for really just she's a loyal one. You know what I'm saying? I don't, definitely don't want to, expound upon what it is that I'm talking about. Y'all can research it, but she's a loyal one. Let's just put it like that.
Funny thing, when we talk about Big, we talk about Kim and not Faith, though. And that Faith was his wife.
Well, when I said loyal, I wasn't talking about just that. I was talking about like something legal. I'll just leave it there. Y'all can look it up. So something legal right there. But without going into all the so many other things that I could say. Typically, I represent the underdogs, and I kind of feel like now I think about it, I feel like she's kind of gradually becoming that with the coming of like, or rather the arrival of like your Meg Thee Stallions, your Lottos, and all them. You know what I'm saying? Cardi B's. I just don't want the Queen Bee to be forgotten. So salute to you. Hey, hit us up on FRSHOUT, or hey, let us interview you too, by the way. So much love. We want to represent you, and shout out to you, and shout out to Junior Mafia. Shout out to everybody involved. Biggie and all that. So Iceberg, take it away, son.
Man. This thing, man. You went over that way, man. So I gotta take you back to Brownsville, man. You know what I'm saying?
Are you going,
Hustler, man?
Smooth the Hustler?
The Hustler, dog, with that broken language.
Oh, the broken language.
And let's be clear, man.
Hey,
like he basically got a lot of buzz, man, because he went on tour with Biggie in '94. And that he had that little song called Broken Language. And again, Smooth the Hustler, man. Dope dude, man. You know, represent that brown.
You really went
Smooth the Hustler.
You know what I'm saying?
Underground.
Smooth the Hustler, man. You know
and shout out to his brother, Trigger the Gambler.
Yeah,
come on,
Trigger the Gambler was nice too, man.
Me and someone, peace to someone. We used to be up in that Sears and Target, just bumping that Broken Language as well as other SS joints. You know, that's when they had the boom boxes, and you know we didn't have the boom boxes.
Hey man, this thing LB interrupted me when I was a kid. I was a nice kid going to school, and LB started throwing me.
Man, ID's got to stop it. He's got to stop.
I was a 4.0 student. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Anyway, man, shout out when we get up out of here, man.
No, man, you know the fans for sure.
Fans definitely. Shout out to the people, man.
Shout out to Touch, man. 182, man. Yeah,
shout out to 182. Shout out to Divine, Nightmare. Everybody, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man.
Always.
Catch us every Wednesday.
You know
all day.
Outside.
All day.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Hey, real quick from that top situation in Buffalo, New York, slaughter to the Robb Elementary situation and Uvalde, if I said it right, Texas massacre. Yeah, like J Camp said, we definitely want to send our peace to everybody out just involved with that situation, and because we say all the time to stay safe out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we really mean that.
Again, we really mean that. Go ahead, J Camp. Go ahead, J Camp.
We really mean that, man. That's a strong message, man. I want to salute all those victims too, and their families, man.
Absolutely, because there's a lot of prayer that's needed for those families and loved ones,
and those communities too.
And those communities, because there's a lot of unhinged people out here. And so with that said, it's important to exercise caution at all times. And that's of utmost importance. So other than that, I just wanted us to really just express our condolences and our love as Fresh Out. And shout out to Les Dog, shout out to Nightmare Coalition, actually. Shout out to all of our supporters. You know what I'm saying? Hip Hop DX. Excuse me. I said DX. Hip Hop VCR. My apologies, brother.
Shout out to them too.
Shout out to them too. My bad, brother. Don't charge it to the head, not the heart. But shout out to all of the supporters.
Man, if y'all haven't got your Hip Hop
Happy
VCR,
birthday to this man
and all that, man, you got to cop them, man. Let's be clear, that's Jigga.
Yeah. Murder Inc.
Give him that shine that Biggie gave him.
All day. Go ahead and check out Hip Hop VCR's website for to cop that product. And
LB,
shout out.
Take us home, L.
Hey man, just try to keep the love, man, and keep the peace, man, and like we always say, man.
Not that Diddy love though. Nope.
Nah, not that kind, man. And just stay safe out here, family.
And happy birthday to the host with the most, man. Always holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Just doing the
every day,
thing.
Every week's my birthday.
Shout out to you, brother.
With y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute.
Shout out to you, brothers, man.
Happy birthday to my little cuz Ari too. You know what I'm saying?
Happy birthday.
So again, and then hold up. Shout out to the Campbell family, man. J Kim's gonna get it in with that little bar down there too.
Okay.
So shout out to the Campbell family too, man. But
again,
Bebo P, man. Bebo P, J Kim, LB the Power Father, man. Fresh Out. We here Wednesday 9:30, man. Again, peace, man. We love you guys, man.
Peace.
Shout out to all.
Hold up. You're now listening to Fresh Out, the world's most dangerous music podcast on the OMG Network and rawcynic.com.
N-word.